Good morning. It's the Call Flo Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, good morning. It is your Thursday, January the 16th. I'm Chris Wood. The number to call for the Call Flo Radio Show, of course, is 434-394-0924. But we want you to hold off on your calls for this first part of the show because we do have some special guests in the Francis E. Wood studio. From the Moton Museum, or representing the Moton Museum, we've got Leah Brown. Say good morning.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
And Kanan Townsend.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. I hope you guys are coping with the cold.
I'm trying to.
Well. Okay. All right. We've got some special stuff going on at the Moton Museum. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Yes. Leah, do you want to start off?
I do. So I'm really looking forward to Monday at 10:30. Mm-hmm. We are working toward the MLK Day workshop, and it's free to open to the public. And I'm really excited for who we're partnering with. The Lions Club is going to do eye exams. We are partnering directly with the Longwood Center for Visual Arts. That we're providing the art supplies and our different arts and crafts for the day. We are having guests from the Virginia Children's Book Festival come. So come grab a book, read. We're going to have reading sessions as well. The public library is going to be there, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
You can sign up for your library card. Also, the Dolly Parton Dream Imagine Library. So free books. Mm-hmm. What more could you want?
I know. I love free books.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, and Innovation Hub, Jacob's going to come. Remind me of Jacob's last name?
Dolans.
Jacob Dolans.
All right. And all that's going to be at the Moton Museum?
All at the Moton Museum from 10:30 to 12:30 on Monday.
On Monday the
20th.
Yep.
Of January.
Kids are out of school looking for something free to do, some nice fun activities.
And snacks.
It's going to be cold outside, too.
Yes.
Yeah, so bundle up.
Bundle up, but come out and stay warm at the Moton Museum and just have all kinds of fun.
We got heat inside.
And it starts at 10:30 until
10:30 till 12:30.
Till 12:30. Okay. Sounds great. Now, this is for everybody, right?
Free and open to the public.
Free and open to the public, absolutely. And you are going to have refreshments, as you said. Absolutely. Fantastic. Is this going to become kind of an annual thing or a...
This is their third or fourth now.
Yeah, I think it's the third.
I tried to count this morning, and I couldn't remember. Yeah. But we're going to keep it annual because we love doing this. We love being able to partner with different community members, community groups. Also, just hanging out with LCVA is always fun. So.
Yes, it is, yeah.
The first time we did it was in 2020.
Yeah.
So we were really excited, first time doing it, had a really tremendous turnout, and then, 2 months later, we have a global pandemic.
Yeah.
And so last year, 24, was our first year bringing it back, and, the reception was really, really positive, and it was actually really cool because some of the folks who attended last year had attended the first one in 2020, but as you can expect, a lot can change in 4 years, and so we get comparison photos of some of the similar activities, but kids much taller in the second picture than they were in 2020.
Yeah.
So definitely plan on keeping it annual from here on.
It's cool to think of watching them grow up at this event.
Yeah.
And we have different activities as well. So more things to explore, not just, same old, same old.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And it's wonderful that you have all these outside interests coming in. That gives them good exposure as well.
Mm-hmm.
For the kids. Absolutely. All right, Kaden, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, so MLK Free Family Workshop kind of kicks off our MLK week, but would love to highlight a few other events that are happening.
Okay.
Also on the 20th, and this is an event that was actually organized by some students at Longwood University in collaboration with some students at Hampton-Sydney College. So they're holding a unity procession on MLK Day on the 20th. They're going to start at Radcliffe Hall, which is right off of High Street right here in Farmville. They're going to start at 2 p.m., and they're going to walk primarily through Longwood's campus, down Brock Commons, up around, and they're going to end up at the Moton Museum. And we're planning to kick off at Moton for that portion around 3 p.m. or so. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to march, but you want to still join for some speaking portions, you're welcome to do that. We'll kick off that around 3 p.m. On the 20th. And so there'll be some remarks from some student groups from the organizers of the event, and then it's going to be keynoted by Dr. James Fetterman. And Dr. James Fetterman is a Longwood alum, but he serves as the first African-American president of the Virginia Education Association, or the VEA. So he's going to speak about about unity, about King's legacy and the power of education. So it's going to be a really neat kind of event to be at, maybe like an hour or so, not too long. But, if you're open and around and flexible that day and want to walk in the cold, you're welcome to join us. But if not, you're welcome to meet us at Moton around 3 at Moton for the keynote. Additionally, if I can also share some events that we're going to be co-sponsorship with.
You have plenty of time, so go ahead.
Perfect. And with our partners at Longwood's OMA, Office of Multicultural Affairs, they're bringing in their keynote for MLK Week, which we are thrilled to be plugging, Dr. Walter Kimbrough, and he is a college university president, and he's going to be talking about King's idea of the beloved community. And so, when people talk about King, of course, Letters from Birmingham Jail often happens. I Have a Dream speech, of course, but, King was really, really big on this idea of a beloved community and what that is and what that could be. And so Dr. Kimbrough's remarks are going to revolve around, what is a beloved community, and are we making steps to create that beloved community? And I think that's especially powerful with Farmville and Prince Edward County's connections to King. Of course, King visits Farmville in 1962 when the schools are closed,
right? Yeah.
To lift those spirits, and that connection to King. In large part, I will speculatively say, through the American Friends Service Committee, which is the social arm of the Quaker organization. Bear with me, it's getting there. But
okay.
When the schools were closed, the American Friends came in to help set up these temporary schools and help educate the kids when the schools were closed. The American Friends, I believe, are a reason that King comes to Farmville in 62. The American Friends also nominate King for the Nobel Peace Prize.
There's a church right there on Main Street where it says that he...
Oh, yeah. Yep. First Baptist Church.
First Baptist
Church, right off of Main Street.
Right.
So that connection, is really, really powerful, right? So a lot of folks have connections to King, but, of course, Barbara John's uncle, Vernon Johns, preceded King at Dexter Avenue in Montgomery, which is the only church that King pastored in. So, we have a lot of these cool connections that we're looking forward to kind of coming full circle with Dr. Kimbrough and these events that are taking place over the next kind of few days. Lastly, on January 24th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., we're having the annual Harlem Nights Gala. And this is for students and community members. It is free. It is open to the public. Have some catering, have some kind of nice kind of dress up at the museum, live music, heavy hors d'oeuvres, not dinner. So, eat a little bit before you come, but enjoy some heavy hors d'oeuvres and some music and some dancing and just some reminiscing of kind of times of the past.
That sounds really, really nice.
It'll be a neat little event. So
what time does that start?
That'll start at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. at Moton.
Okay.
So between the workshop at 10:30 a.m. on the 20th, the Unity procession starting at 2 p.m. on the 20th, Kimbrough at 5 p.m. on the 23rd in Sosa Ballroom. I didn't mention that location. Sorry about that. Sosa Ballroom right on Longwood's campus. That's the only one that's not at Moton. And then, of course, the last thing I mentioned, which was the Harlem Nights, which is at Moton on the 24th.
It's at Moton. Okay. Now, you mentioned the ballroom at Longwood.
Yes.
What was that? What was going on there?
Sosa. That's the keynote.
That's
Dr.
keynote.
Kimbrough.
Okay, gotcha.
Beloved community.
All right, that's a lot of stuff that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Even Martin Luther King himself would think that.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so we are, let's go over this one more time. Now, the workshop is the 20th.
The 20th at 10:30.
And there's no age limit?
No age limit.
No age limit. Just anybody wants to.
But kids do need to be with an adult.
With an
Yes.
adult.
With an
right,
adult.
accompanied by an adult. Okay.
And small groups are fine with an adult, but no unsupervised children.
Okay. All right, and that's going to start up at 10:30 to
10:30.
12:30, correct?
Yes.
And that will be at the Moton Museum.
At the Moton Museum.
Okay, sounds great. And also on the 20th, you have the walk.
Yes.
The procession, I should
Yes,
say.
mhm.
And then the keynote.
Yep.
And that's going to be in the ballroom.
That's at Moton.
That's at Moton.
That
The
one's at
first
Moton.
keynote.
Yeah, there's two.
I'm getting confused. I tell you what you guys do. Write down some stuff so that we can talk about it for today and then for tomorrow as well. So we have we can, just leave us some information about everything that's going on. So,
We'll be glad to.
Is there a phone number that somebody or some way that they can reach you for questions?
I think just call us right at Moton. It's 434-315-8775. And somebody will be glad to help you out with the
So
question.
there's usually somebody there.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And if not, leave a message. We'll get back to you pretty quick.
Well, you guys really look like you are into this and are excited about it, and you feel good because I can I can see your auras there, your smiles and all. It's really great. It's really great to have that the kind of participation and recognition for Martin Luther King. Absolutely. And I think it's a wonderful time to get together and relive and reflect and just celebrate.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Okay.
We've come a long way, got a long way to go, and we just are always thrilled to be a place in the community in which all different populations, all different segments can kind of come together and find some common ground. And I think the King Workshop is a really great example of that. I mean, coming into Moton and seeing a mix of people, young, old, all different races, ethnicities, creeds, and that's why we do it. We want a place where everybody feels welcome.
Yeah. Well, Leah, how long have you been working with this?
So I got to Moton in October of 2019. I got there, got comfortable, and then the pandemic happened. It's like, all right, from the top, what are we doing all over again? So it's been a interesting 5+ year journey now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, but fortunately, we did get the opportunity to get back together.
Yes.
And
Oh, yes.
COVID is, it's still around, but it's not, not much of a worry with the pandemic and everything. But, and Kanan, how long have you been doing this?
Professionally, August of 2016.
Now, are you a graduate of Longwood?
I am. Twice graduate of Longwood, master's in 2020, bachelor's in 2015.
I think you mentioned that time before, but
Oh, yeah, no worries.
it's just
Prince Edward before that, lifelong native. So all my education has been done here.
And what about you, Leah?
So I graduated from William & Mary, and then I got my master's from NC State.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this has been an interesting journey to get here to Farmville, but I'm glad I'm here, being able to see Moton grow and change and being able to be creative in museum education. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, it's nice that Longwood has embraced the museum as well. So yeah, that's a good partnership.
And the county,
Yeah.
I mean, that county seal when it changed
that
in
was cool.
2022, I mean, was the most surprising. I mean, for a few folks out there might not know, the county seal, the center of the seal up until 2022 was the old former, I believe, the Clark building in Worsham, which was the old county seat of Prince Edward County. In
That's
2022, they voted to change that to Moton, so the Moton building is now the kind of center point of that county seal. And so as we kind of go forward with the Barbara John statue coming up this year in Statuary Hall at some point, 2025, hopefully moving towards UNESCO World Heritage status, hopefully sometime, 2027 or maybe a little bit after that. It's great to be embraced by our community for the potential influx of visitors from all over the world, potentially. Because of all the things happen that we want to happen, you'll be seeing the Moton Museum in the same breath as the Great Wall of China or the Pyramids of Giza.
Well, approximately how many visitors do you get after COVID?
Yes, post-COVID, we're finally kind of inching back up this year or last year rather, I guess, to pre-COVID numbers. So we average between 10 and 15,000 visitors in person a year, which for
That's
Farmville
fantastic.
is really amazing
Right,
because
it is.
Farmville is not. You don't get on Farmville many times by accident. You have to be coming to Farmville
On
usually
purpose.
on purpose, and so lots of folks come in and shopping and spending their money, and we believe a rising tide lifts all ships, and so big focus of us for this year will be civil rights tourism. How can we get folks here to Moton, but while y'all are here, go stay at the Wyan Oak or any of our lovely hotels. Go shop at our restaurants on Main Street. Go eat lunch and dinners at our local restaurants. Like, we want to make this a destination and not just, a spot to see one thing and then leave.
Have you have you discovered farmvillenow.com?
Yes. It's been really cool to see.
Yeah, so you could probably put
Absolutely.
put your events on there as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Be sure to follow us on social media to keep up with all the things we're doing.
And what's the what's the website? Or I know your Facebook.
MotonMuseum.org.
Yeah, anything, all of our
Moton
handles
Museum.
at Moton Museum.
Yeah.
You'll find us, and stay tuned. There's some cool stuff coming, even sooner than some of the stuff we had previously
Good.
planned.
And
But
so
some
we'll
good
have you
stuff.
back, right?
Please, we'd love to come back. Radio's
We'd love
fun.
to have you back. All right. Well, listen, thanks so much for braving the cold to come out and talk to us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for having
And
us.
we wish good luck with the workshop and with everything that's going on for MLK Week there, the functions and all. And we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Likewise. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you. Take care.
You too.
All right. That was Leah Brown and Kanan Townsend. They're from Moton Museum promoting some MLK events that are going on Monday and also on the 24th. So hopefully they'll leave us some information that we can pass that along on our community calendar notices that we do in the morning for that. All right, our lines now are open at 434-394-0924. And I understand that Henry Fulcher is improving, which is wonderful. He's one of these people who really gives out a fight, a good fight. Anyway, so if you would like to send him cards, get well cards or whatever, or a note, I've got his address here. So I'll give you a chance to grab a paper and pencil or pen
or pen,
right?
Yeah.
So we'll say hi to Noah first. Hello, Noah.
Hey, good morning, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. I guess nobody uses really the quills anymore, right? The ink and.
Francis used to use those.
No way. Did he have the tiny bottle of ink that he would dip the tip?
Yeah, he had an inkwell. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Oh man.
And
wow.
then he got to using just the regular pens that were full of the ink.
Yes. Yep.
But they still have the
little Sharpie kind of ends, pointy.
Yeah.
I love
cool.
those things.
Yeah,
I never used one,
cool.
but I have an obsession with those. They're very nice. Very nice.
They are nice. They're classy. Let's put it that way. Okay, is everybody ready?
I think. I think there's one person still trying to find a pen out there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they got it.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
All right, here we go. It's Henry Fulcher, 265 Linview Drive, and that's Lynview Drive, Lynchburg, Virginia, 24502.
24502.
And I will repeat that again. 265 Linview Drive, Lynchburg, Virginia, 24502. If you want to send him a card or a note, I'm sure that he would appreciate it.
What other things can people send him? Maybe like a basket, like a get well basket,
fruit basket or
little
something
fruit
like
basket.
that.
Yeah.
Or some flowers.
Don't forward your
balloons.
bills to that address now. This is strictly
that would be not good.
greetings and
That would be not good.
No, would not be good.
No. Anyway, so it is Thursday.
Yeah.
It's still cold.
Well, of course, we're in
January.
We're in January. It's gonna be cold till what? March?
Got spoiled these past 2 years.
Last
2 years.
I've hated these past 2 years. This is cold is finally bringing back some joy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was very nice. So that event it is on Farmville now. By the way, I believe that's
it is?
it's
Okay.
one of the over 50 sites that we're pulling from. But yeah, so this is gonna be Monday. It should be very exciting. It's always nice to have a community event like that, to where you can bring your kids out and hopefully learn something and spend time bonding with your family, and also kind of I don't want to say network, but get with others in the community that are
Sure.
of the same. Have the same ideas. Yeah, I kind of But anyways, always a great thing. Community events. They're always just very, very amazing.
Yes, they are. This is a very community-minded.
Yeah.
community.
Speaking of community events, I miss whatever happened to First Friday. Chris, do you remember First Friday?
Of course I do.
Of course.
I hosted First Friday.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Francis and I used to go down and do
little MC,
remote reports.
little DJ.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a tent there and we gave away stuff and had drawings for prizes.
I like that. Very nice.
Yeah, introduced the bands and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, got to meet a whole lot of people. In fact, that's where we met Jordan Miles when he was just a little
baby.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he still is a baby. No, really. He's so young looking.
And he always said he'd like to work at WFLO, and he did.
It's very nice.
Yeah, he did some news and a little bit of DJing and all that, but he's moved on to
the
better
bigger
things, bigger things, I guess. But anyway, So your First Fridays was a big deal.
Yeah. Now, Jordan is somebody I know of, and I've kind of always known of, but I don't think I've ever formally met him. But I I see his picture.
Well, he used to come in here. Was
Okay.
that before
That might have been
Noah?
before. That might have been before me.
Okay.
Before my time. But I know of him. Yeah. I have friends that are friends with him. But I don't think I ever met him.
Well,
So.
if you ever met him, you wouldn't forget him.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, Chris, how was your Wednesday?
My Wednesday was, well,
Oh,
okay.
Boy. Oh, jeez.
I go to pick up a prescription.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they're telling me it's like $200 or $300.
I hate when that happens.
And I'm going, what? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I only paid, the certain amount a month for this particular medication. So I refuse it. And I call my insurance person. And she can't get anywhere. So I call my doctor, the doctor's office, and it was like this prescription was it was generic for the main prescription that I was using before.
Sure.
So I find out that I've got to pay a deductible out of pocket of about $590 before I can even get it. A break on the medicine.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do. I just may not take the medicine.
Oh man, Chris. I don't know if I would do that if I were you. That's usually
It just makes me mad because I guess they've got to have their money up front.
You're used to one thing, and then all of a sudden you think you're about to pick up your prescription.
Right, and even my insurance person didn't even know about
They
that.
say, "Where's the $500?" You could always break in to the pharmacy and sneak your prescription out. Okay.
I'd always
We'll talk about this later. No. If you know what? It's funny.
Everything I tried to sneak around and do, I got caught.
It's funny because Chris is wearing like the classic burglar getup. She has the stripes on, the black and white stripes. All she's missing is like the ski mask,
That's
and then
right.
boom.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
So, anyways,
I think we talked ourselves down to the bottom
believe
of the
we
hour.
did. I believe we did.
It is
So
8:30. So we've got the weather forecast coming up.
And
that is brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading, located at 2113 Cumberland Road in Farmville. And believe it or not, I know where that is.
Oh.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping to build Southside and Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
The WFLO forecast calls for increasing clouds today. Milder temperatures look for a high of 44 degrees. For tonight, mostly clear with a low of 24. On Friday, sunny with a high of 45. It's going to be a nice day tomorrow. Friday night, increasing clouds with a low of 29. For Saturday, we'll see a high of 47 with a 50% chance of some showers. On Saturday night, still a 20% chance of showers with a low around 33. For Sunday, we'll see sort of a rain-snow mix, I guess, with a high of 37 degrees. For Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low of 17. And for Monday, Martin Luther King Day, we'll see sunny skies, but a high of only 26 degrees. So taking a look now at our weather statistics, we have humidity at 67%. Our barometric pressure is on the rise at 30.16 inches. We have our winds coming in around 7 miles per hour from the southwest. And our skies are mostly cloudy right now. The current temperature after a low of 19 is 23 degrees outside. So that's your weather forecast, brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading. Give them a call at 434-392-6010, or that's 6010, if you want to make it a little bit easier to remember. Yeah. Oh, I smell coffee. Anyway, okay. We got our birthday calendar coming up, brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors, located at 1907 East 3rd Street in Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
Better turn my mic on.
No.
And yeah, we've got the birthdays coming up. Noah, tell us all about it.
The B-Days. Birthdays.
B-Days.
Celebration of life. And sometimes celebration of marriage, and sometimes none of those things. But starting out, what's today? The 17th already.
16th,
Okay, 16th. We have some stuff right here for the 16th. And starting the list off, we have Steve Haas. Steve Haas is having a birthday, and that's actually all I have on the calendar. But let me tell you, tomorrow is going to be jam-packed.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little tease, All right.
Yeah, so. Jam-packed tomorrow.
But sometimes it's one, sometimes it's many, But
occasionally it's none.
And occasionally it's none, Some people don't. There's some days that exist that nobody's ever been born on. That's actually not true.
No, well, that we know of, right?
Yeah,
anyway.
But people can call in with their birthday requests. I know people, they're out there with the birthdays and they're hiding it. They're like, I don't want to give it out. You should give it out. And, it's a celebration of life. Call in at 434-394-0924 or 0924. Or you can email those to birthdays@wflo.net. Either one, works pretty well for us. We can get those and read them on the air, Chris, and celebrate some life and anniversaries. All right.
All right. The birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it's not right, they're going to make it right.
They will.
Okay. Call 434-392-2802. All right. Let's find out what's happening on this date. January the 16th. The featured event takes us back to 1991. The Persian Gulf War, triggered by Iraq's occupation of Kuwait in August of 1990, began on this date in 1991 with a U.S.-led air offensive against Iraq that continued until a ceasefire was declared on February the 28th. So there you go. More events on this date. The American record producer Phil Spector, who scored a number of hits with his unique take on pop music, but who was later convicted of second-degree murder, died at the age of 80. American astronaut Eugene Cernan, the last person to walk on the moon, died at the age of 82 on this date in 2017. Okay. 2006, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the first woman to be elected head of state of an African country, was sworn in as president of Liberia. In 1992, the Civil War in El Salvador ended as the government and the Farabundo Marti National Liberation Front signed the Chapultepec Peace Accords in Mexico City. In 1973, the last episode of Bonanza aired on NBC as the popular series ended after 14 seasons. Did you ever watch Bonanza?
I watched parts of it occasionally. Not my kind of show. Yeah. So.
Well, when we watched it, it was in black and white.
Yeah, that's right.
And then when they started
color.
Well, when we got a color television set, Francis always wanted to know what color little Joe's jacket was, and it was green. And he always wore it.
Was it always in color, or were the first was the first two seasons black and white?
I don't
because
know.
I feel like I've seen it in black and white and in color. So I wonder if it's like one of those shows that, like the Andy Griffith show, or I think Leave It to Beaver, maybe, but maybe not Leave It to Beaver. But like where it was like, originally black and white, and then finally made the transition to color, which I don't know. We're trying to watch those shows that did that, like Andy Griffith. It's so hard because it's just not the same.
It's not the same.
I put my TV on black and white mode when I watch the color episodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But do you remember? Of course, you watch.
Yeah.
You watch Wizard of Oz.
Matlock. Oh, sorry. I don't know. For some reason, I thought Chris was getting ready to say Matlock. So
when it starts off in black and white, and then, she
of course,
and opens the door, and it's all color.
Magical.
Yeah, it was.
Great
I always
film.
thought it was magical.
Yeah. Dorothy, played by Gardner? No,
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, she had a pretty rough.
She had a rough life, personal life, but.
On the screen, she was amazing.
On the screen, she was amazing. Her voice was amazing. Her acting was amazing. Yeah, but she did have a rough personal life. And plus they used her,
Yeah,
Hollywood
true.
Just took advantage of her. Mm-hmm. All right, 1934, opera singer Marilyn Horne, an American mezzo-soprano, noted for the seamless quality and exceptional range and flexibility of her voice, was born in 1934.
Wow.
1883, the Pendleton Civil Service Act, a bill sponsored by Senator George H. Pendleton of Ohio, established the Civil Service Commission in the United States. The CSC. 1566, Charles V., Holy Roman Emperor and King of Spain, renounced his claim to Spain. And we'll go back one more. 1547, Ivan the Terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Was crowned Tsar and Grand Prince of all Russia. Poor Russia during that period of time. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got all that taken care of. Our lines are open, by the way, 434-394-0924. We've got celebrity birthdays coming up.
And Chris, let me ask you something.
Yes.
So, speaking of names and history and terrible history, I was telling Katie, I was like, if we ever had a kid, which is not on the agenda, but hypothetically speaking, I was like, I would really like to name them Attila, and not after Attila the Hun, the terrible. Pillager who, murdered and did much worse. But I just think it's a great name. But her argument is if somebody, sees the name Attila, they automatically assume, Attila the Hun, or they have that strong association with it.
I'll be honest with you. I just did. When you said Attila.
Attila. But isn't that such a nice name? Like, take the terrible person away from that. I mean, it does sound pleasant, right? Attila.
Attila, yeah.
It's very,
off the tongue,
Attila.
But they're going to end up calling her Addie.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. So, I don't know. Hopefully, if I get a chance to name somebody something.
It will be
Attila. It would be, I mean, I'm not backing off of that. It's got to be Attila. That's 100% has to be Attila. Anyways.
Okay. All right. Now we know, folks.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
All right. Let's see. Actress, excuse me. I've still got Attila in my head. Actress Debbie Allen turned 75 today. And her middle name is Kay. Mm-hmm. All right. Actor Richard T. Jones is 53 today. And he plays a watch commander on the show The Rookie. So that's his claim to fame. A Kate Moss model turns 51. She appeared in the Red Nose Day follow-up to Love. Love what? Actually, yeah. Love Actually, where she actually played Mark's wife.
Interesting.
Yeah, Kate Moss. She still looks pretty good. Actor Lin-Manuel Miranda turns 45. And he, I think, was one of the voices on Mufasa. He is the voice of Mufasa on The Lion King, which is still, I think it's still running. Anyway.
Yeah.
Other actors that we have are celebrities. Musician Barbara Lynn is 83. Country singer Ronnie Millsap is 82. Let's see who else. Country singer Jim Stafford is 81. And radio host Dr. Laura Schlesinger is 78. And we'll stop right there because we do have a caller coming in. And we'll say good morning. Whoop. Couldn't wait. All right. Yeah, hopefully they'll call back. Singer Maxine Jones of En Vogue is 66.
Looks like we have a caller. That guy.
Yeah, I think they
or
called
girl.
back.
You know, I don't want to be. Could be a guy or a girl.
It could be a guy or a girl.
I said guy. The guy's calling back, and then I was just clarifying.
All right. Hello there. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I just want to say Noah is not going to name my grandchild Attila. Okay. Now, Talia, for a girl, Talia is a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Kalia?
Talia.
Talia.
Not Attila.
No, not Attila.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't.
you
Yeah.
know.
Well.
I think it's, I don't know, I still think it's great. I mean, terrible person, I fully admit that, but the name, however, beautiful. Just
100% no Attila.
All right, okay.
Have a good day.
Okay, well, that's, all right.
Thank you.
Well, that was...
We appreciate it.
Okay. Well, man, we have a, yeah.
Uh-huh. So
You know what we need, Chris? A phone screener, somebody to screen the phone calls.
No, that wouldn't be fun.
It wouldn't be fun. You're right.
No.
That would be less fun.
That would be less fun.
Yeah.
But I do like what was the name he's
Talia.
Talia.
Yeah, that's
Talia's
nice.
Pretty.
Attila also very cool though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's
well, the thing of it is you've got to think of it this way: how many people, how many
named Attila? Yeah,
are named Attila?
Not many, and that's because people are fearful of naming their child. I think we need to get over that. And
well, are you going to do that to your daughter? And are you going to do that to your dad?
Well, I think the thing. Okay, well, the phone's ringing again. Well, the thing is, I think Attila is kind of universal. It could be a boy or a girl. You know, it doesn't have to be one or the other. And honestly, I think if I explained to the kid why it's such a great name, I think they would understand. To be honest with you,
okay,
but maybe not.
All right. Well,
we do have a call.
See.
Okay,
we'll see.
Let's see who's on the phone.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Oh, good morning, people.
Hello.
Wow.
We have a bit of a conundrum here.
A hot button issue.
Button issue, yeah.
Oh.
What do you think about the name Attila? Attila.
Oh, Attila.
As in Attila the Hun.
Yes, that's what popped into my mind.
Okay, you're right. Okay, well, I mean, everybody's going to think that.
This.
Yeah, but
you cannot win this.
Yeah, well, no, I can. I mean, yes, everybody thinks of that, but it could, you know, you can't just hide from the name forever and never use it. I think, you know, it's got to take risks.
Oh, I think it's a cool name.
It's a cool name. There we go.
For female, yes. For a female, without a doubt.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, it has to be male.
Well, it could be both. I think, you know, a boy or girl. It's a very Attila. You know.
Yeah, it's a neutral.
There's some crazy names out there.
Yeah. And by the way, can I just say, it's not like I'm naming my kid Adolf. It's a little far removed from that. Okay. I would say it's very far removed.
Attila and Adolf could have been, you know, in the same ranking.
I, you know, Attila the Hun, as far as I know, didn't try to, you know, take over the whole world. And
I beg your pardon.
He didn't have problems with Jewish people. I'll put it that way. He wasn't anti-Semitic. He was kind of like, you know, he wasn't leaning one way or the other on that issue. But I mean, I just think it's a great name. I don't know, terrible person. Fully admit that. But come on, Attila. That's so, it rolls off the tongue. It's just
you know, it's not fair for people like. To say, for example, Joseph, and then it's like, oh, you were named after Stalin?
Yes, exactly.
No,
you know, I didn't think of that.
Take it?
Yeah, exactly. But why? I mean, why shouldn't you think that? I mean, Joseph Stalin, terrible person, dictator, and yeah, I mean, his name was Joseph.
I forgot his name was Joseph.
Yeah.
I always thought, you know, went by Stalin.
Well, maybe we shouldn't use Joseph anymore for names. Because there was that one guy. See, thank you, caller. That's exactly the same kind of, you know, it's the same thing.
So yeah, Adolf isn't. That's not bad.
Okay, well, I might have. I'll have to disagree with you there, But yeah.
But
okay.
Well, I mean, if you asked his name and he said it with he had this German accent, and then you're like, oh. But even if you what if you had to name your parents named you Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
And there's Dr. Jones. Is Dr. Jones in the room? So could you pull it off?
Yeah. These are the questions we ponder at night.
I know. Just before you fall asleep, you think about, just seconds before you fall asleep, you think about all these odd things. Even bad things that you did during the day, something rude you did to somebody.
Okay, what do you think about this? What if Attila wasn't the first name, but it was the middle name of a child? Is that... Because then I feel like a middle name, they never have to disclose that information unless on, illegal documents, but they never, they really never have to give it out. To anybody, and it could just be, but if they really like their middle name, they could start using it, because I know people who go by their middle name, not their first name, and they're like...
No. Well, so what if you had, and I don't even know how many people on the planet could have a last name of Hitler?
Yeah.
Is that
I don't think that's quite often.
From the,
I don't think
last name book or something?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Right.
So... I don't know. Something to ponder for
I feel like anybody who did have the last name Hitler definitely changed it after World War II, and they were like, we can't go around with this last name. This is the shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you talk about middle name for Attila, I would be okay.
You're okay with the middle name,
okay.
So you want to hide behind the middle name,
of course.
But to have it as the first name,
a middle name.
That makes me want to use it as the first name, though, because it's all about where it's at, or how visible the name is. If it's the middle name, it's kind of hidden away. People don't really know about it. You're okay with that. I want to bring light to these great names that we feel bad for using because of terrible people.
Well, you just have to consider the consequences. You're going to have to be explaining.
Every single day. I understand.
And she or he
but
will.
Aren't we getting? Yeah.
Get bullied in
Aren't
school.
Go ahead.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
This could be.
Sure.
Probably the kids don't maybe teach any more history about Attila the Hun. So maybe in these generation, where would we be? We've already gone through Gen Z. Mm-hmm. And something squared. Anyway, they probably wouldn't have even heard of Attila the Hun.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of revive the name again, and it could have a clean slate, sort of.
Or you could name her Attila Honey.
That is really funny, Chris. That's maybe the funniest thing you've said all day. That's Attila, middle name Honey, Miss Sarge.
That might sweeten it up a little bit.
Nah.
But, yeah, I was going to comment about how many more years before those people don't even remember those figures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see.
Yeah. Do today kids know who Adolf Hitler was? If you said it,
I would bet money most likely. But you're right. That is something to think about. Because how far is history going to go back? Mm-hmm. Really, Mm-hmm. Well, with global warming, we might all die anyways before this becomes a problem, but just being honest, but I don't know. It's an interesting to ponder, interesting thing to ponder for sure.
It is, yeah. Now here's something to ponder.
Okay.
I was. How late in the year do you think you can? I don't even know how to describe it. So you can't say Happy New Year anymore. Is it a week after New Year's, or can you do it a month, or
very interesting,
or 6 months, or? I
would say maybe 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. That's it.
Huh?
You're giving it a 6-week timeline.
I'm giving it a 6-week timeline.
Mm.
And that's the first time you saw the person.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just something. It's just a personal. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
No.
Maybe if you ask, shoot, who was the lady that did the good etiquette? Daggone it.
Oh, not Ann Landers. Yeah, maybe.
No, that sounds close. Yes.
Who? John? Emily Post? No.
Oh no, I was thinking no.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
I know. We know.
We can look it up.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you mean as far as it being acceptable?
Yeah, I mean technically
I guess,
you can say it. You can say it midsummer. You can say it in July. I mean nothing's stopping you from saying it, but you know what's stopping people from saying Happy New Year's in July is the
you could say Happy Half a New Year.
Yeah, yeah, exactly true. You could say that.
Yeah, in June you could say that Happy Half a New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have said up until like minutes before the next year. Because it's because you are wishing them even if it's just a few minutes left. Those few minutes you're wishing them happiness.
Right. You could do that. Just say I wish you happiness. Right. If you want to play it safe.
Send that text to just somebody in your life on your phone. I send you happiness.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I know. I know. That's like saying instead of saying I love you, it's like I really like you a whole lot. Like you a whole lot.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't sound good on a greetings card, but.
No. I wish you happiness. I'm gonna start putting that on all my greeting cards.
I wish you Merry Christmas and happiness.
Yes.
Happiness.
Oh my!
It almost sounds like a computer-generated "I wish you happiness." Like it sounds like right, but it's just really off.
It's really wrong.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Oh
not good.
my!
Anyway,
I wonder how many. Yeah. Speaking of that, I wonder how many people are going to be put out of the card industry when they just have AIs.
Oh.
Just doing all the greetings.
I would say probably all. Yeah. Probably just that industry will vanish and those buildings will be used for something purposeful, maybe. Probably to host more computers. Like
wow. You're florists too. I mean, you know.
Well, the thing is, nothing can take away from I mean, like yes, a computer can make 100 different, greeting cards in 10 seconds, sure. But you know what? There's something about a human coming up with the words and writing it. There's a more an earnestness to the card, or like a sincerity to the card.
Yeah, more heartfelt.
That a computer, I don't think, will ever be able to recreate. So food for thought.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
So when you go to the, do you guys still buy cards, greeting cards?
No, sometimes. Chris, do you?
So if. Yeah, I think that is more. I think that is more personal, and it shows effort. And
it does.
Seems like
yes.
We just. So yes.
Like I'm going to go home this afternoon, and I'm going to make out a get well card for Henry. Fulcher.
Yes, and I'm not going to send it through the email, and I'm not. No. There's something fun about just opening that card.
I'm going to put a very expensive stamp on it and send it through the mail.
Yeah,
and hopefully he'll get it.
You're so tired of opening bills. I just want something happy inside this envelope.
Oh, but yeah. As a matter of fact, I got something from Allie Duty. She's always wonderful about sending little cards and little messages and whatever. She's wishing me a happy New Year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I got
nice.
it from her yesterday. As a matter of fact, I want to thank Allie for that.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was a very, very lovely message. Oh. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, if you went to the store to purchase a card, and there was like a definite divide in the sections, and one was AI generated, and the other was what would we call it? Human generated or human thought.
Human generated. I just imagine like a human on a treadmill, and it's like generating like greeting cards versus the computer generated.
Would you purchase one over the other? Would you even look at the AI?
Nope.
I mean, I would probably peruse, but there's something. Okay, it's the same. Okay, it's the same thing about when you're at the grocery store and you're in the bacon aisle. You can either get the bacon that's like $5.99 and it's full of nitrates. Like, you can like actually see the nitrates in the packaging. It's that full, and it's just like the coloring is off and it's just slimy. You can get that bacon and you're supporting more production of that product, or you can shelve out the money for like a $7 bacon packages, bacon pack, and that's like grass-fed, pigs or whatever. Do you grass feed pigs? I don't know. And like, I'm
not gonna buy either one of them.
Well, but like, they took care of the animal, and by buying that, you're supporting the production of making more of a clean product. So, it's like, do you buy an electric? I won't go there, but like an electric car or gas ran vehicle. It's it's just like some people's some people don't have any moral conviction about either one. They'll just buy whatever floats their boat, and that I totally understand that. There's a time and place for that as well. But I think it's like that same argument with the bacon. You can either support like humans working hard, and that's their job of writing grading cards, or you can just support a machine that has no feelings, nothing at all.
Okay, so how do you know the difference though? If one are they going to tell you in the store whether the cards are AI or written made by?
Sure. Yeah. I'll wait for the caller to answer that, because he posed the scenario of going into a store.
Yes. Well, the scenario was that they were labeled as one or the other.
Okay.
But if nobody labeled them, then
yeah.
I
don't
know.
Then,
if you know the industry is firing them left and right, do you not buy them at all? And
it's like poker,
just make your own.
It's like poker. Sometimes you win a hand, sometimes you lose a hand, sometimes it's all about how you feel about the card. Some cards are really seem heartfelt and sincere, and it's written by a computer. And then sometimes, it's written by a human, so you really don't know. But great question, caller, and I love this. If we can start getting these on a weekly basis, these little fun scenarios that go down.
That would be fantastic.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, we got to go.
We do have to run.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, thank you
You've given us a lot. You've given us a lot to think about.
Really have. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Have a good one.
Both of you, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
It was first-time caller calling in.
Yes.
With some really interesting questions.
Yes.
This is a very enjoyable conversation.
It's been a very different episode. Different episode of
Went
Call
from,
Flo.
yeah. Definitely check out the MLK events, though.
Oh, yeah,
Moton Museum
definitely.
is throwing big fan.
Yep, they put a lot of effort into it.
A lot of effort, a lot of enthusiasm, and really looking forward to that.
Okay. That's from 10:30 to 12:30
yes,
at the Moton Museum. All right. We'll talk about that again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everybody have a great day. Thanks so much for listening. We've got news and weather coming up.